everybody. Welcome back to the Tipsy Ghosts. We are your tipsy hosts, Sarah, Lindsay.
Hello.
Hey guys.
Hi.
How are you guys?
Oh, fine. Fine-ish.
I'm great. Thank you for asking.
Fine-ish.
It's been a really long week, I think,
It
for
really
everybody.
has. It's been a very long week for us. We haven't seen each other in a week.
Yeah.
My lovely Boydston went today. So it's been a lonely week for me.
Aw, are you sad?
I am. And
It's
everybody
just this week, and then I'm gonna go back to mids next week until we get
Everybody-
somebody hired. You need to settle down.
Okay, but everybody at work is asking me how I'm doing. Like something happened.
Maybe you're codependent.
They're like,
We're
"Lindsay, how are
essentially-
you doing with Boydston being gone? I know
Not
that
good.
I know that you must miss her a lot. I'm like,
We're
I do.
essentially conjoined twins at work.
We are.
I help her with her job. She helps me with my job.
I know.
Aw,
One
that
of
must be hard.
One of the day shifters said that. She's like, I'm sure you're going to miss her a ton. I'm like, she's so helpful. I know. They're probably like, Lindsay, get it together.
I appreciate that.
Aw, that's sweet.
Going through withdrawals. And yes, I know that I'm a very codependent person.
That's okay.
I have realized that.
I'm feeling a little bit jealous, I'm not going to lie.
Just come work with us. That's a no.
I know where you work.
I'll find you.
I'll
don't need
find
to
you.
me.
Yeah.
Come to nights. That's a definite no.
So real quick, before we've got a big episode tonight we need
Yeah.
to jump into, but real quick, have
what
you
she said.
guys watched the Framing Britney Spears?
Yes.
Absolutely.
I
Loved
have.
it.
Of course. Have you?
Yes.
I'm surprised.
What'd you think?
I loved it. It made me. I feel so bad for Chris Crocker because they.
Oh, that guy?
Crisscross.
Who's Chris Cross?
Crisscross will make you jump. Daddy Mac will make you
Jump.
jump.
No. The you know, like leave Britney alone person.
Yes, I know who.
Yeah.
So I felt so like
He was right.
he
was right all along.
He really
Mhm.
was.
It's
I want to
very
be part of this
sad.
Free Britney movement. I
I
do.
mean, have you not been a part of Free Britney?
I mean, in the moment, because that was my prime, like, recluse times, and I spent probably 22 hours of my day watching or, like, updating TMZ and Perez Hilton and getting all of, like, the juicy drama.
Yeah.
And now I'm realizing that while I still absolutely loved Britney Spears, I kind of fed into it, and I feel
Yeah.
really bad about it. Like, I didn't
I
contribute at
understand
all,
that.
but I didn't help
Right.
either.
I mean,
Well-
I knew the paparazzi was bad, but seeing
Yeah,
it, how
yeah.
terrible it was, I felt terrible for her.
I think we all contributed in our own ways. I mean,
Oh,
how many
for
times
sure.
have we said if Britney can make it through 2007?
Yeah, we
Then
should
I
go
can
make
make
it
it
through
through this.
2020.
It made me feel terrible when they were talking about like how this all started after she had her second kid and how
Yes.
it's possibly postpartum. I was like, dude, yes.
Absolutely.
Nobody's in their right mind after they just had a kid.
Absolutely not. And then I was just thinking about this too the other day. If you include my kids in any issue, like I will absolutely
Right.
lose my shit
To be
too.
going through a divorce on top of that
Yeah.
and child custody
and
issues.
you feel like you don't get to see them, or if
Mhm.
somebody's trying to control you. I mean,
And it was also so sad because you look back at like when she first started and how bubbly and positive she was
Yeah.
in her interviews and how she interacted with people.
Oh my gosh.
And then
yeah.
towards like this whole blow up, she was just so reserved and just not herself, and it just changed
and
her for the
crying
worst.
in the interviews that broke my
Yeah,
heart.
and then people just like pushing her.
Yeah.
If there's a petition I need to sign
To
to
free
get
Britney, we will free
Jamie
Britney.
Spears out of this, then I will do it.
well, I think there's been some movement in that.
So there has, but now he's just a co-conservator.
Yeah.
I want him to be gone.
Well, the bank's involved right now
Mhm,
instead
yeah.
of that. I know things. I listened to it once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's also apparently a whole podcast about Britney
there
Spears.
is. Yeah,
There
I
is. A
learned that
couple
on the
of
show
girls.
too.
Yes, I didn't know that, so I'm going to have to check that podcast out now. Where they just analyze her Instagram. I was like,
I heard her last Insta post was fairly cryptic. I think they
Does
all
she
kind
have?
of are.
I tried to look her up on Insta and I didn't find her.
She did. I don't know if she still does, but she has a TikTok account too. My God.
sorry, that was just me being clumsy. My hand hit the table. Ow.
Are you okay?
I am okay. Thank you for asking
You're
before
welcome.
laughing, Sarah.
Sorry.
In her defense, I rolled my eyes first. So
You did.
I'm laughing because she made this face like
I know. I'm wondering if
she went off for a while.
did she go off of it because of the documentary though? Like maybe
it was
'cause she
around.
spent
I don't know if
so
it
much-
was for that or for the trials or whatever she was having. Apparently, she posted some Scrabble board, some Scrabble game, and they were trying to figure out what all the words meant.
She's back on. She's got 28.2 million followers.
That's
What do
it?
you-
My God.
You just type in Britney Spears.
Yes.
That's what I did.
Did you spell it right?
Yeah, she spelled Brit and then N-E-Y.
Oh, no,
Oh my God.
I didn't spell Britney right.
You are not a true fan. Have either of you guys seen her in concert?
No, but I want to go to Vegas and see her in concert.
Is
She
it
doesn't
two
perform
Ts?
in Vegas
Not
anymore.
anymore.
No.
No, one T.
N-E-Y.
Yes.
Brittany. Yeah.
Britney.
I have not. I really want to. I also wanted to see Backstreet Boys when they were in concert.
Why
I
is
missed
she
that.
not coming up for me?
How are you spelling?
Britney.
Yeah, Spears.
Spears.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you. It's literally.
She blocked you,
Did she
Boydston.
block you, Boydston?
It's because I didn't support her in her roughest times.
This is
You get one chance to spell her name right, and then
your little sixth heart is going to be so anxious about this. Britney Spears blocked you.
Help, find her.
Okay, hold on. Give me your phone. Okay, well, don't space between her name.
Oh.
There you go.
Other problem, I don't know how to.
she's
Social
new to
media.
social media.
Don't space between her
There
name.
she is.
She's the one with the blue check mark.
Oh, thank God she didn't block
Follow. Done.
Oh, you're following her? Look at you.
I need to support her any way I can.
you. Now she's got 28.2
Million followers.
and 1 followers.
You're welcome.
But yes, it is a very good documentary, and I highly recommend.
Well, when she decides she wants to go back to work, because I think she's protesting right now.
Well, also,
Mhm.
they're not really doing
Well, she's
concerts
not
because
gonna
of COVID.
that, but
She's not going to work until
Right.
her dad's off the conservatorship.
yeah, I don't blame her.
I don't blame her.
But when she comes back, we should go. I've been to 2 of her concerts, and they are a blast.
Mm,
I loved
I
them.
bet they would be.
I bet.
Yes.
I want to learn all the dance moves to Baby One More Time.
Consider it done. I have a way of finding that done. I've already saved multiple Britney dances on our TikTok account, but I know full well I can't get either of you to do them with me.
That is
so-
not something on my bucket list.
I'll
So
tell you
I'll-
what.
I'll just learn it by myself.
September 2021, I will do a Britney Spears
So
TikTok
this year,
with you.
This year, okay,
Mhm.
all right. I'm gonna hold you to it.
Okay.
I'll practice up until then.
I can't wait for September 2021. Can it be my birthday present?
You got it.
To see
We'll
you
wear
guys do
birthday
a Britney
outfits for you.
TikTok.
I thought you were going to be in it.
No.
Okay.
What?
Got it.
Okay, fine. All right. Well, anyhow, we got a lot of things to cover tonight.
Mhm.
We are doing a group. How do we
Conspiracy?
classify this?
It's
Conspiracy?
We're doing a group conspiracy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a yeah.
Don't complicate it. It's fine.
What were you trying to say?
I was gonna say like
Where were you
a smorgasbord, but we're not doing a smorgasbord because we're all doing
All the
thing.
same topic.
It's like a group conspiracy.
Right, like we both said just 5 seconds ago.
That's a good idea, Lindsay. We should call it that.
Thank you for confirming.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Good job.
Okay, I'm done talking.
Okay, we're going to do a group conspiracy episode over one of my favorite topics that has so many other subtopics, the Illuminati. Is that spooky? I tried to hone in Zach
I liked it.
there.
Yeah.
And when you
Ooh, I
say
like
that
that.
this has a lot of subtopics, this is a huge topic.
It is.
Yeah.
And I feel like we might have just touched the surface, maybe.
Oh my gosh.
100%.
There's so much history and just so much
Buckle in, guys. You're
Involvement.
in for a treat.
very, very brief overview of the Illuminati.
Right. Yeah, and it's a very broad, I mean, it goes over many, many years.
Yeah.
Many topics.
Let's
so
do it. Go for
Hang
it.
in there. Okay, so I'm going to talk first. I'm going to give you guys a little background about the history.
Okay.
Okay, so when people are talking about the Illuminati, historically speaking, they are referring to the Bavarian Illuminati. So in 1776, a man named Adam Weishaupt, and yes, I practiced that.
You did
So-
great.
I'd probably just give a little more of a German spin, but I do approve.
Ooh, Weishaupt. Is
Yes.
that
Perfect.
good? Okay, thank you.
You take directions so well.
I really try hard.
That's really good.
Thank you. Okay, I'm going to continue on.
Okay.
He was a law professor, and he was from Bavaria, Germany. He was inspired by the ideas of French philosophy. He decided to create an organization to protect beliefs in secularism and rational thought. So basically, he wanted to separate the church from politics. Okay, secularism.
Okay.
He focused on the goals of self-knowledge, self-improvement, self-reform, and free thought. These things were kind of frowned upon during this time period, so
Mhm.
it's a new concept during that time.
Right.
This was a secret group. You had to be special.
The Illuminati is secret?
Yes. It was. I don't know what it's like now.
No, I think it's still secret.
I don't think we should even be talking about it, honestly.
Will this episode even air? Did it
TBD.
get shut down? I don't know. The group was designed to infiltrate the monarchy. He couldn't afford to join the Freemasons. He really wanted to be a part of the group, but apparently it was too expensive for him to join. So he decided to create his own group.
I love that.
Yeah.
Because what's more popular now, the Illuminati or the Freemasons?
We're going to create our own secret society. Shh, don't tell.
That's exactly what we would do, though.
It is. He had 4 other law students join him at the time. The group had its own ranking system and agenda, and the original name for the group was, strap in for this one, Bund der Perfectionalism Team. Or Covenant of Perfectibility.
I like that one better. I'm sorry, I missed it the first time. Can you say that again?
No.
Okay. I had to try.
I included that specifically for you guys.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
It's perfect.
Very fluent. Members of this society were called perfectibilists. Not exactly rolling off the tongue. Perfectibilist.
Is that like a perfectionist?
I don't know. So it's perfect
Okay.
and then IBILISTS.
Okay.
Perfectibilist.
No, I'm not going to try to say that word.
Oh, that's what I got. They created a rule book that stated the order of the day is to put an end to the machinations. Guys, I'm trying here.
Machines? Like,
No.
is that... Okay.
MACHINATIONS.
No, but I'm saying, does that have to do with machines?
I don't think so.
You just quoted it without knowing
It's
so
their
much.
it's their quote in the book from 1700.
Okay.
Okay, of the purveyors of injustice to control them without dominating them. That's what they were writing in the rule book.
Okay.
They communicated through secret symbols, and they were given nicknames so their identity could remain hidden.
I'm holding up the triangle for the secret symbols.
Weishaupt, elected to go by the name Spartacus.
Love it. Yes. Do it.
In the beginning, there were 3 different levels that you could be. You could be novice, Minerval, and illuminated Minerval.
Illuminated. Okay.
Once they reached a certain level, they were given another secret password and secret signs. The ruling council was known as Areopagus. Spartacus, or Weishaupt, decided that their group name was too weird, and it didn't exactly roll off the tongue, as mentioned.
Mhm.
So they seriously considered changing it to the B Order. But eventually they finally landed on the Order of the Illuminati, or the Enlightened Ones.
I like it.
Had to go through some growing pains there.
Yeah, they did.
I think they made a good choice.
I agree.
I feel like they did too, because it's still around.
The Perfectibilists. They decided to use the Owl of Minerva as the symbol for the group. And over time, they were associated with other symbols as well, including the Eye of Providence, which is what you would see on like the dollar bill.
Right.
The triangles, owls, and the Eye of Horus. The Eye of Horus you would often see in like Egyptian history. One of the group members was pretty good at recruiting new members, and they were able to expand the group. And by the end of 1778, the group had a total of 27 members.
Yeah, look at them. They started with
Rockin'.
what, 4, right?
Yeah.
Look at them.
Most of them were elite and wealthy. Their main goal was to control the world through a one-world government. This would mean that they would have to have control over financial systems, media, and schools. By the end of 1782, the group had expanded to about 300 members, and then by the end of 1784, they had been up to about 650. Although some numbers say that they were up to 2,500, so somewhere between
Couple thousand.
650 and 2,500. He recruited a lot of the Freemasons because, again, he liked that group.
He was like, I made my own group. Why don't you
Yeah.
come join my cool new group?
This one's better.
This one's better.
I like it. At one point, the Illuminati actually took over some of the Freemason lodges. Jews, pagans, women, monks, and members of other secret societies were not allowed into the Illuminati.
Why were there so many secret societies back there? I want a
I
secret
don't
society.
know. I mean, we can make one.
Fun fact, I met someone who was part of the Freemasons once. She had a tattoo of it and everything.
Oh, weird.
And she was like, I'm part of the Freemasons. And I was like, really? Are you
Well, they're
allowed
like-
to be saying that? And she goes, yeah. And she pulled up her like pant leg and showed me a tattoo on her ankle.
It's not a secret that
Right.
you're in it. It's the secret what
Once
goes
you're
on
in there.
behind closed
Yeah.
doors.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. They're not really they're not secretive. Like they tell people that they're in
Yeah.
there. So the people that they would look to recruit would be rich, docile, which I thought was funny, willing to learn, and between the ages of 18 and 30.
We're
I'm
all
out.
out. We're all out. I did see somewhere that it said they didn't like people over 30 because they were too set in their ways. And I was like, you listen here.
Accurate. Listen here, youngin.
Okay, boomer.
I mean, they're not wrong.
They're
but-
not wrong.
They incorporated Masonic rituals, and in some ways, they were very similar to the Freemasons. You can see who they kind of looked up to, I think. And I threw this in there because I thought it was interesting. Fun fact: did you know that 13 of the 39 men who signed the U.S. Constitution were part of the Freemasons?
I did
not
hear
know
that.
I knew that a lot of the founding
Some of
fathers
them
were part of it, but I didn't know
realize
the
that
number.
many.
Yeah, that's a lot.
All right, so after a while, a duke named Karl Theodor of Bavaria felt that the Illuminati was a threat to the church and traditional Catholic ideas. So the Illuminati was stopped, and if anyone joined any secret societies, they could be punished by death. So 9 years after its founding, it ended. Just kind of disappeared. So just briefly to touch on kind of what happened after that, and Lindsay's going to go into more detail here, but in the 1920s, a group of fascists believed that the Illuminatis were Jews trying to take over the world. And after World War II, they believed that anti-communists believed that the Illuminati were communists who ruled the world.
Okay, so I'm going to touch on the conspiracies and also kind of with the New World Order.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay, so kind of like what you said, the Illuminati was supposedly ended in about 1785, but conspiracy theorists, they kind of jumped right on that bandwagon right away, and they're like, no, they survived. They're still around.
Right.
And so they said right from the beginning, they were like, they're behind the French Revolution and the Reign of Terror, which is that time in France with the guillotines that we most likely associate, where pretty much everybody was being massacred all the time in reaction to treason. So they thought the Illuminati were behind that. So then it kind of built from there. They became synonymous with spreading radical ideas during the Age of Enlightenment in Europe, such as anti-clericalism, which is kind of like what you talked about, opposition to any kind of religion or religious authorities, separating church and state. Anti being against the monarchy, anti-patriarchalism. I'm not sure.
Sounds good.
Patriarch and then alism. Okay. Which is basically feminism before feminism was really a thing. So this is like prior to the 20th century.
Gotcha.
They also spread ideas where it's called noocracy, which is basically where the world is ruled by a bunch of philosophers.
Okay.
Interesting ideas there.
Mm-hmm.
And the cult of reason, which is France's first state of atheism, basically to replace Catholicism during the French Revolution. It's kind of what you said.
Yeah.
All against the church, and they want separation and kind of one world government, basically. So during the 19th century, fear of the Illuminati continues to spread, and the conspiracies were becoming more of a problem in Europe, to the point that they tried to squash all of the conspiracies, which just made it grow more. Because people were like, we're not supposed to talk about this, so let's talk about it. So then we go to the 20th century, and this is kind of where it first comes over to the U.S. And the fundamental Christian movement there, they were the main people behind the conspiracy theories. So they speculated that college fraternities, such as Skull and Bones, which is a secret society at Yale, was behind it. Gentlemen's clubs, think tanks, and other commissions, like discussion groups, things like that, were front organizations for the Illuminati. So like, this is all just the Illuminati. And they're plotting to create the New World Order through a one world government. They used the term Fourth Reich as a synonym for the New World Order to suggest that some ex-Nazis survived and they were working behind the scenes to create another Reich, similar to Germany's Third Reich under Hitler. To continue principles of Nazism like militarism, imperialism, corporatism, and spying on citizens. All right, so one of the conspiracies, aliens.
obviously.
Go on.
All right, so aliens have been included in this conspiracy. They believe that aliens have been among us from the beginning,
Duh.
but the Men in Black
Right.
have squashed this, so that way we do not know about them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They believe that, or I keep saying they believe, a conspiracy is, some people believe, I don't know who they are. Some people think that they have been manipulating changes in human society from the beginning in order to exploit and control humans. They're able to shapeshift into human form and take positions in government and religious institutions, and are supposedly in the final stage of their plan to take over the world.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, it's the final stage,
It's
everybody.
the final stage. I don't know how long it's been the final stage. Maybe 2020. Maybe this is the final stage.
Who knows?
2021.
I don't know at this rate.
There is a thing called the Majestic 12, which is a shadow government which collaborates with the aliens and allows for abductions. So they're like allowing the aliens to abduct us in exchange for testing and developing flying saucers at Area 51.
How do I sign up?
You want to be abducted?
No, I want to be part of the Majestic 12 that decide who gets abducted and can have these conversations.
You want to
and
be part of the shadow
meetings.
government?
Yes.
Step
I don't
one,
know.
become majestic.
I'll let
How
you know.
do we become majestic?
Working on it.
I'll let you know when I
I'm a
become part of
majestic
that
beast.
that group for Bigfoot, the skeptics group. I'll get you in.
The Committee
wanna
for
join a
Skeptical
cool group.
Inquiry.
You guys have found your calling. Keep your eyes out for what
You're supposed to
might
join
is.
the Illuminati. This is what this is all for.
Oh, okay. I think that's Boyston's calling.
I do have a fact about witches that I just saw on TikTok.
Ooh, do
Ooh.
share.
You're supposed to have a birthmark?
I have it. It's a freckle.
I have a birthmark.
I do
yes.
too. On your arm?
I know it. I've seen it. Yeah, it's like a freckle on the upper arm that says that you've
Like on your lower
Yep.
upper arm.
Doesn't everybody have like freckles there?
No,
It's very
only if you come
specific,
from a
Lindsay.
line of witches.
Hold on. Hold, please. I gotta take off my long sleeve shirt.
I can't remember.
I'm wearing a short
Ah,
sleeve
there it
underneath.
is.
We come from the same lineage.
Oh
Okay.
my God. That
I
explains
have-
so much.
I have a ton of freckles though, so I mean,
Well, I do.
I have
She
them
has
all.
it. She has it.
Lindsay,
I
you're a
have-
witch.
I have freckles all over my body.
So do I, but you have it in that specific spot.
Which one there?
No, the one on. Yep, that one.
That one.
I have 3 right there in the shape of a triangle.
Oh shit.
Oh my God. It's really strong with
I'm
you.
an Illuminati witch.
Dude, that explains why we there's 3 of us. We're
Hmm.
3 sister witches.
We're the triangle of
We're
witches.
from the same coven.
Yes, we are.
Sarah's very excited about this.
It explains so much.
Yep.
All right. So the next conspiracy, which if I was ever iffy on aliens, I'm very iffy on
this conspiracy.
lizard people.
Oh no.
This
The
is my
rep-
favorite. Please,
I
I
heard this one.
let me. I have to sit up in my chair for this.
Okay, of course
She
this is
is
your
ready.
favorite. These are humanoid reptilians.
Humanoid.
Yeah, they are.
This is the most attentive I've ever seen you during a story
I'm
of mine.
so excited about this.
Literally 3 words into the description.
I just
I
said
can't get past
people.
humanoids.
All right. They have the power to shapeshift.
Oh, okay.
World leaders like Queen Elizabeth, George W. Bush, the Clintons, and even Bob Hope are all lizard people.
Bob Hope.
God
Queen
bless Bob Hope.
Elizabeth is a lizard person.
And George W.
Well, obviously George W.
So in 2013, a poll showed that 4% of Americans believe in lizard people. And in my notes, I put that's 4% too much.
Well, that's insulting.
Boyston is one of those 4%. Okay.
4%.
I've seen videos.
4% is a lot of people.
You can just check YouTube.
I've seen some really convincing evidence of lizard
All
people.
right. So they want world domination, which kind of is the whole thing behind the Illuminati and the New World Order.
Can you explain why they need to shapeshift?
To impersonate, so they can impersonate us. So that way they can make decisions.
And they
But-
can take over and dominate?
Yeah. That's
Obviously.
why they take
I'm with you now.
positions of people in power, like Queen
Okay.
Elizabeth. All
I
right.
thought they were just like lizards among us.
So they want world domination. They come from the constellation of Draco, and I put Harry Potter represent.
Oh boy.
Also could come from Sirius, Harry Potter,
Oh boy, here we go.
and Orion. I got nothing.
Oh, is Harry Potter an Illuminati reference?
Oh my god.
No. She just named a lot of them after star constellations.
That just happened to coincide with Illuminati conspiracies.
With reptilian humanoids.
It's awfully suspicious.
So basically...
Oh, and they're Slytherin.
Slytherin are the lizard
Snakes.
people.
Oh. Harry Potter is an Illuminati conspiracy.
Oh my god!
This is how conspiracy theories start. This is how they start.
This is big news for the conspiracy world. We should write a blog post.
I do not.
4% of the population will believe our blog post.
I do not endorse Harry Potter being part of the Illuminati. Let the record show.
I mean, think about
The
it. though.
Slytherin house is for sure.
All right.
Proceed.
So these reptilians, they supposedly have been visiting Earth for centuries and breeding with humans to produce more lizard people.
I mean, if it's good, it's good.
Some
Whatever.
more famous lizard people: Barack Obama,
Mm.
Madonna,
Mm-hmm.
Katy Perry, and Angelina Jolie.
Mm-hmm.
How did they decide if someone is a lizard person?
They've seen them shapeshift.
I was just like, they said, look for these warning signs on the blog post I was looking at, and it was like yellow eyes and like all these other factors. I'm like, is this just calling people ugly? Like, hey, you look like you could be a lizard.
Yeah. So it was just yellow eyes. What else?
No, there was others. I'll have
Lindsay
to find
didn't
it.
care.
I didn't want to look for the signs of a lizard person.
All right, fair.
All right, so basically, this whole New World Order, it's all boiling down to mind control, surveillance, population control, and brainwashing, basically.
Yeah.
So let's put our tinfoil hats on here. All right, Christians believe.
That is offensive.
I was going to go make one, but it's fine. Never mind.
Christians believe that the New World Order, and I say Christians like very vaguely, like not every Christian obviously believes this.
Okay.
They believe that they are a one world religion that prepares everyone to embrace the cult of the Antichrist, and believe that they are directed by demons or Lucifer himself.
And lizard people.
Okay.
Lizard people.
Uh-huh.
They believe that the Illuminati use the power of numerology, symbols like the eye, rituals, monuments, buildings, and facilities to advance their plot to rule the world. And it listed several buildings and facilities and monuments included here. The only one I want to point out, because I want to do a story on it later, is the Denver International Airport.
Yes. The Bronco with red eyes.
Second favorite conspiracy theory.
Ooh, okay.
So I didn't go into that conspiracy theory because I want to do like a separate story on it. Like one of us, I think, should do it.
Is it enough for a group one or a single?
It might just be enough for a single.
That's what I'm thinking.
So tune in later, guys, to catch that story. Okay, I started typing it up. I was like, no, this is going to be a good story on its own. And there's a lot to it. So some more popular conspiracies. Many, like I said, believe that the U.S. is ruled from behind the scenes. In the past, they thought it was communist, but now they think the United Nations is the one controlling us.
Okay.
Which, aren't we part of the United Nations? I don't understand this.
Why you gotta put me on the spot
Sorry.
like that?
Aren't we part of the United Nations?
Permission to Google.
I'm pretty sure we are.
I'm going to say yes.
I'm pretty sure we are. I don't know. They argue that the world population, which is, isn't it between 6 and 7 billion right now? Sorry.
I don't know why you keep asking this question.
Is controlled.
I'm not gonna answer. I'm just gonna stare at you until
I'm
Boydston
pretty
answers.
sure it's a little over. It's between 6 and 7 billion. I'm
It's
pretty
a lot
sure.
of people.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they argue the world population is controlled by an elite group of about 6,000 people.
That's not very many people.
It's not.
They're gonna have a lot of work to do
That's
to
a
take
lot of
over the whole
people.
world.
That includes some groups of people of power, such as the Pope, entrepreneurs like the Rockefellers, people who have a lot of money, and past U.S. presidents as well. All right, here's what they believe the Illuminati has orchestrated. So way back when the French Revolution, like I kind of touched on earlier, the Battle of Waterloo, which is the battle that marked the end of Napoleon's reign and killed about 41,000 people in 1815.
That's because of the Illuminati.
They think so. This
Oh,
all came
okay.
from Europe.
Okay.
To get rid of Napoleon, because after Napoleon's reign of terror was over, that's when the church really kind of had control and reign of terror started and all that stuff. So, whatever. JFK assassination.
Mhm, I've heard this one.
This is probably one of the most famous ones, I think, in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
And this is, again, I'm going to be super brief because I feel like most people know about it. And it's also another whole story that you could do. There's been like 1,000 books written about the conspiracies behind this.
Right.
So Lee Harvey Oswald was the
Mhm.
shooter who assassinated President Kennedy. So the majority...
Or one of them.
Or so they say.
Public opinion polls show that most Americans believe there was a conspiracy to kill President Kennedy. Although over the years the numbers have declined, the most recent poll in 2013 showed 61% of Americans still believe there's a conspiracy.
There's some pretty convincing conspiracies.
How do
out
I
there.
get on this poll board? Where do these polls
Step
come
one,
from?
become majestic.
I think it's just like,
Yes.
I don't know what poll it
Always.
is. It was the same poll. Like, it's this massive poll they did in 2013 about lots of stuff.
Nobody's reaching out to me for this.
I didn't get this in the mail. There has been some evidence that people impersonated Oswald, leading others to believe the CIA and FBI involved. Other common theories include Russia and Cuba being involved. Cuba had, at that time, their leader was Fidel Castro. And if they were implicated in this, it would have caused another world war. So maybe the Illuminati wanted another world war. Very, very brief reasons why people think there is a conspiracy. I am literally just going to go straight through these real quick. Inconsistencies with bullet trajectories, the murder weapon, ammunition, inconsistencies between the Warren Commission's account and the autopsy findings. There was inconsistencies between the autopsy findings and what witnesses observed because it was this massive parade. There was a ton of witnesses.
Right.
Witness accounts conflicting with x-rays of Kennedy's body, photos being altered, film being tampered with, an alleged change to the motorcade route that facilitated the assassination, relaxed Secret Service and law enforcement security. I'm putting allegedly. We weren't there, but that's what people said. It did not seem very secure. Statements from people saying that they had knowledge of a conspiracy to kill the president or they were involved themselves.
Okay, here's the thing. I mean, it's great to have witnesses and all,
Yeah.
but if you get a ton of witnesses there, wouldn't that make it worse? I
Right.
feel like everybody's going to have their own opinion
Some-
about what happened.
Some witnesses are going to conflict with what actually happened because
Yeah.
everyone has a different vantage point.
Yeah, exactly. I saw things from a different point of view than you did, or maybe I wasn't looking the whole time. And
Sidebar.
Not only that, but trauma changes people's perception of things as well.
Sure.
yeah, I totally
Right.
agree with that too.
Sidebar, I have been to the X where he was assassinated in Dallas.
Oh my,
That's a thing.
Yeah, there's an X on the road.
very interesting.
I didn't stand on the X because, I mean, it's a busy road, but I
Right.
stood on the sidewalk and the X is right behind me.
Ooh,
Little fun fact. Anyways, back to this.
we're
These-
learning all sorts of fun facts tonight.
all sorts of fun facts. So these next few conspiracies kind of made me really sad with the world. 9/11 is a big conspiracy theory.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
And again, obviously, we know the attacks on the Twin Towers on 9/11 was hijacked aircrafts. Theories involved that it was a controlled demolition, and this was all planned from the beginning.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Another really sad one is the Sandy Hook
Yep.
Elementary School in Newtown, Connecticut.
Too.
So this happened in 2012, and I'm really not going to talk about it because it just makes me sad.
Sure.
A lot of these, I'm like, geez, I remember these.
Yeah, I do too.
It was. Some people believe that it was a conspiracy, that it was a manufactured event with the aim of promoting gun control. Former KKK leader David Duke theorized that Zionists were responsible for this attack. The Clintons are another obvious conspiracy, so people believe
Yeah.
they're lizard people, people believe they are the Illuminati.
Every time we say lizard people,
Sorry,
it
I don't know
just-
how else to say it.
Yeah, that's what it is. It just makes me laugh.
And again, most people are aware of this conspiracy. They've been accused of assassinating several of their associates, at least 50, involving Jeffrey Epstein as well, and his death conspiracies. Really not going to go to that one because it's really, really recent. And I feel like
Does it tie in any
know about it?
QAnon theories to any?
I
kind of
did not
QAnon
find anything with
conspiracies?
QAnon with them.
Do they talk about them like funneling underage children through a pizza
through
pizza
Wayfair?
shop?
I did not
Wayfair?
find anything about QAnon
Interesting.
with the Illuminati.
Okay. Just started wondering about that.
And also, if you're curious about this whole thing with Jeffrey Epstein, you can find a really cool documentary on Netflix if you want
It
to be
is
depressed for the next
really
week.
sad.
It's
Yeah.
very sad. That's why I said if you want to be depressed for the next week, watch that.
Well, you call it really cool, but
You
there
did
is
say
a
cool, and I was like, it's really sad.
there
but
is
cool.
a documentary on Netflix.
Yes, there is one.
It's cool in that it's fascinating, but it's very,
it's
very
well
sad.
made.
Yeah.
It's well made. There you go. It's informative.
Okay.
All right. Malaysia Airlines flight MH17.
Yes.
So this plane was shot down over Ukraine in July 2014. Some believe the plane was shot down by the Ukrainian Air Force to frame Russia. Others believe the Illuminati was involved because I don't know if this is a fun fact, but there were 7 disease specialists on board. They're like, that's unusual. So they thought they were trying to conceal the truth about HIV. What is the truth about
okay.
HIV?
However, do you think
They're
that,
the only 7 specialists in the world?
Do you think that these disease specialists could have had any great impact on COVID, and they took him out ahead of time.
I don't know.
Maybe
so I'm like,
7
HIV.
years,
Maybe
6 years
COVID's
ago.
a whole conspiracy in itself.
I'm getting to that. Can you stop
Oh,
ruining it?
okay. I mean,
Okay.
that was just out of my brain, so somebody else thinks the same thing.
Of course they do.
So I also just want to point out, and this made me very depressed going through this, there are so many more conspiracy theories in the last 5 years than there were like in the 5 decades I looked up.
Related to Illuminati? Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. All
I'm like,
political.
there's tons of
There's so
conspiracy
many. Like
theories,
there
yeah.
was, I mean, on there it had about the election and COVID-19, which I'm going to get to in all these, and I was just like, this is our world. That conspiracy theories were like the norm now.
Yeah.
Well, when you let people think freely, then this is what happens.
So to make you sad again, this 2013 poll,
God damn it.
34% of Republicans.
Petition to involve Boydston in the polls.
2013 poll.
Where do I sign up for this?
34% of Republicans, 35% of independents, and 15% of Democrats believe that the New World Order is a great threat to the U.S.
Okay. All 6,000 of them. Gosh.
So, all I'm going to say about COVID-19 conspiracy, because it made me mad, is that, like I said, New World Order also entails controlling the population. People think that COVID-19 was manufactured to control the population, and we were getting too big.
Sorry, all I can think of is Dwight.
No, I think of that too. Do you think we
The
need
world
a new
needs
plague?
a plague. Oh, God. I shouldn't laugh. Okay, too
I know.
soon.
I did find a website that was fact checked. It was like an actual like Reuters fact checking website, and the title said, "Is the Illuminati responsible for the coronavirus?" And I was like, "No, I'm gonna crawl in a hole and cry."
You know, I feel like if you try hard enough, you can probably fit anything into your narrative.
You really could.
Yeah.
I also don't feel like anything's out of the question.
That too.
So
There's
then there
probably
was.
a lot of things we don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sure, and that's what a lot of like this is with the Illuminati. Like people are saying, there's no such thing. I'm like, that's what you want us to think. You
Well,
wouldn't tell us
there
there
definitely
was.
was
Right.
such thing,
But
and
like controlling all of
and
this.
whether I mean the thing of it is, it's a secret society. They're not gonna tell you
It's a secret.
about it because it's a secret.
It's a secret.
You can't sit here.
The Eye of Providence you briefly touched on
Yeah.
on the $1 bill. Many believe that this is proof that the founding fathers were part of the Illuminati because they included that on the money.
Wouldn't be surprised. I mean,
Money.
they were Freemasons.
Mm-hmm.
We already talked about it. They're very similar.
Yeah. They believe that the Illuminati controls everything from the media, the television, the stock market, the energy crisis, the space program, hindering it so that we do not find the reptilians and the aliens.
That was the goal.
Pretty much everything. It's all, like I said, mind control and brainwashing is what they believe. And we're going to go over to Boydson now for some of the famous people involved here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
This was a lot of fun. So there are several notable figures that are said to be or have been in the Illuminati. Typically, this includes those in a position of power, including political figures and celebrities. So money and power is kind of what it comes down to. Of course, we have no actual idea because it's all about denial.
Mhm.
Due to the
Secret.
due to the nature of a secret society, a key aspect of being a part of it would include denying your own involvement and also denying that it even exists.
Right.
But the hardcore believers are quick to point out evidence claiming to find hidden meaning in everything from body language to fashion choices to acquaintances. So with this in mind, and also keeping in mind that this is all speculation, here are just some of the more notable people associated with the Illuminati. Edward Mandell House. So some might know Mr. House as the chief advisor to President Woodrow Wilson. He founded the Council on Foreign Relations, which some conspiracy theorists believe is the strongest American branch of the Illuminati. Specifically, it's thought that the Council on Foreign Relations, which is still in place today, was created to destroy the United States' freedom and independence from the inside out. So this means taking down a large government body would support the New World Order. Some believe that there are 13 families that own 99% of the world's wealth.
Gosh.
That
And
makes me so sad. Bernie, is that you?
Right. Of course, we know money equals power. So David Rockefeller belongs to one of those 13 families. He's
There
the
you go.
grandson of John D. Rockefeller, and David was known for his foreign political connections and for striking secret deals behind closed doors. Henry Kissinger has long been associated with David Rockefeller. The two were known for their top secret business deals. Many of those deals were released in the 2016 WikiLeaks incident.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Kissinger is a former United States Secretary of State. He is thought to be a part of the Illuminati's most inner circle. Next, Her Majesty the Queen.
Which one? The current one?
Queen Elizabeth II.
Oh.
This one's my favorite.
Descendant of the reptilian Queen Elizabeth.
Not only is there a
What a
theory...
beautiful reptilian descendant.
That's what I'm saying. It's such an insult to be called a lizard person.
Is it though?
I mean,
I feel like it would be.
Boydson's like, I want to be a lizard
I
person.
don't
Just
know.
picture like a lizard in human clothes.
I think of Men in Black, like of the bugs that were impersonating the humans and how weird he looked.
I can't picture them like just changing from person. I just picture them like as just a walking, like the Geico gecko
Mm-mm.
lizard,
That's
They're
a very cute
shapeshifters.
lizard.
but with yellow eyes.
Okay.
So not only is there a theory about the Queen being an extraterrestrial humanoid, but she's thought to run a cloning center, replicating celebrities to help fulfill the vision of a new world order.
God.
These clones would be obedient, easily persuaded, and controlled.
Okay, Queenie.
Okay.
Don't call her that.
Is that disrespectful to call Queen
Um,
Elizabeth Queenie?
Pretty sure it is.
Sorry, Queen.
It's okay. I
Sorry,
don't think
Your
she'll
Majesty.
hear you. It's all right.
Next is the Rothschild family. So back to the founder of the Illuminati, Weishaupt. He had to get funding for the secret society somewhere, and
Right.
that money came from a banker named Mayer Amschel Rothschild. So currently the Rothschild family is thought to be one of the 13 families, most notably Jacob Rothschild, who is a British investment banker. So
Banking
now,
really runs strong in the family,
I
huh?
was going
It
to say.
does.
That's
Probably in the
how
genes.
many
My God.
centuries, yeah.
a lot. So now on to the fun. Let's talk about Beyonce.
Beyonce.
I'm Beyonce always.
Beyonce.
Y'all
we
haters
gonna talk
corny
about-
with that Illuminati mess.
We're going to talk about her Super Bowl performance.
Nobody's gonna sing the rest of the song.
Sorry.
I don't know anything from Formation, no.
Oh my god, I love that song.
It's
It's because she's part of the Illuminati.
so according to the single
it's a signal.
She does talk about her Illuminati reference there.
according to the single source of truth, which is the internet, she is the face of the Illuminati. Crazy in Love depicts a satanic ritual where she sells her soul and becomes demon possessed.
I'm about to pee my
Get out of here. I
Apparently there was a time
Sorry.
Apparently, there was a time at a Super Bowl where she flashed a triangle sign and the stadium had an outage. Some like to say that the acronym for Blue Ivy is Born Living Under Evil, Illuminati's very youngest. Blue
Some people
Ivy.
have too much time on their hands.
Her song Formation included a line referencing the rumors, obviously denying it all.
As
But-
I really did a great job just singing for you.
You did.
Thank you.
I enjoyed it. But like I said, why would anybody admit to being a part of a secret
Right.
society planning to take over the world?
Well, and she has her alter ego at that Super Bowl was Sasha Fierce.
Obviously.
Mhm, mhm.
Remember when the craziest thing to read about in the news was Sasha Fierce? Those were good times.
No, I don't remember that. Bay's Bay, Jay-Z.
Oh gosh. Baze Bay.
Jay-Z.
I know who he is. Thank you.
His signature hand sign forms the shape of a triangle, if you
What?
didn't know. He also chose music as his avenue to deny being a member. Money and power, all the things. Likely story. He's
They're one of the power couples, man. If
Mm.
not the power couple.
Madonna. She released a song actually called Illuminati with a chorus that states, "It's like everybody in this party's shining like Illuminati." And it's literally, it lists every single person that you would ever think would be a part of the Illuminati. So, she tried to later clarify that she used the term to represent its earlier meaning of enlightened, but
Mhm.
I think the damage was done. And again, likely story.
Likely story, Madonna.
So speaking of power and money, Kim K.
Yep.
Kim Kardashian certainly doesn't try to dispel rumors dressing in satanic red or posting to social media by way of a collage in the shape of an enlightened eye. And honestly, probably the whole family is involved at this point.
They think that she's part of the Illuminati because she dresses in red.
And she's got money and power.
Okay.
Post triangles.
Don't wear red, guys.
Kanye. There's so much I could say about Kanye.
Kanye.
I'm just going to keep it simple. He
Easy.
has strong ties to Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Right.
One conspiracy is that Kim is the devil, Kanye is a demon. So TBD.
If anybody would be, it'd be Kanye. But also, I'm like, Kanye, he probably couldn't keep his mouth shut.
Probably right. So
Yeah.
moving on to Lindsay Lohan. Personally, my favorite Lilo moment include The Parent Trap and Freaky Friday as a close second.
I thought you were going to say personally my favorite Lindsay. I was about to be offended. I got defensive right away. Okay, sorry.
No. I just like her movies. Unfortunately, most people only think of her very public downward spiral.
Yeah.
But question, where is Lindsay Lohan right now?
I have no idea. She's been out of the spotlight.
That's exactly as they planned it. She's largely out of the public eye, possibly because if you drop too many hints about being in the Illuminati, they will kick you out. So they're trying to keep her under wraps.
Did
right?
she drop hints about being in the Illuminati?
We're going to say yes.
Okay. I didn't know Lindsay Lohan.
Next, we're going to politely talk about former President Trump. Again, money and power. He likes to gesture and use his hands, and certainly some gestures are giveaways to being a part of the Illuminati. Some are convinced that he's very powerful and a successful mind controller.
I mean, he is powerful.
Mhm.
He's a powerful man.
But
Like him or not.
other conspiracy theorists don't think that he has high involvement at all. They say that presidents automatically become members upon election. So, LeBron James,
Mm-hmm.
another close friend of Jay-Z, tons of money. He wore a number 6 jersey a few times, and he's got a shirt with triangles on it. So obviously he's a part of the Illuminati.
Obviously. No
Mhm.
triangles. No red, no triangles. Got it.
Here's another fun one. Michael Jackson.
Oh, okay.
So all the money.
Right.
At one point, he had
Yeah.
all the money. But to complicate things, it's theorized that he exposed too many of the Illuminati's secrets, landing him where he is today.
He's
Yikes.
also a very sick pervert.
Yikes.
Yeah. So they offed him. Is that what you're implying?
That's what the internet implies.
Okay.
I imply nothing. Jay Biebs,
Biebs.
the Beebster.
Not the Biebs.
His involvement revolves around one of my favorite conspiracies, reptilian shapeshifters.
Oh, look. You just couldn't not mention them.
No, allegedly he might just be that. There's apparently a video of the Biebs in court where he is blinking iguana style.
Like sideways.
So like the inner eyelid and
Right.
then the outer eyelid. Yep.
Okay. That sounds unlikely. Okay.
I don't think so. So and finally T Swift. So speaking
T-Swift.
of reptiles, my girl released so many snake references while promoting
Yes.
Reputation.
I thought that was more because of the people are being sneaky.
That's what
Snakes.
they want you to think, Lindsay. Also, the whole feud.
Sarah's just staring at me, keeping her mouth shut.
The whole feud with Kanye and Kim was apparently orchestrated by the Illuminati, and the 2000 IVMA incident, where Kanye was gonna let her finish, was hazing and a part of the initiation. And she's also been seen with Beyonce, where they were both wearing red, that satanic or Masonic red.
No, it's the devil's color.
It is. And my final disclaimer, because I value my life, is that this is all alleged by others on the internet and is meant to be in good fun.
So I also, in my reading, saw that the Illuminati was suspected of killing Prince because he was famous for protecting his copyrights and his artistic freedom, and the industry could not control him, and his death was suspicious. So they suspected the Illuminati killed Prince. There you go.
That is wild. I'd never heard that about Prince. I'd heard about these other ones, though.
I hadn't heard about like Biebs or T Swift. I mean, I think a lot of people know about Beyonce, Jay-Z, Kanye, allegedly
Mm-hmm.
being in the Illuminati.
I had heard about the initiation thing, but also I think he's just crazy, and he was being rude. He was just kind of being a jerk.
Yeah, that's what I think too. But
I don't know. The videos that they show of Beyonce supposedly staring off into space are kind of ridiculous, in my opinion.
her performance in 2013 Super Bowl was unusual. I will say that.
Yet she released an entire album called Sasha Fierce, so that wasn't the first time she came out as Sasha Fierce.
It was just
So,
unusual.
Are you a believer?
In the Illuminati?
Yes. Do you think Beyonce is part of the Illuminati? I'm starting to think that.
think that there probably is like a secret society or something like that. How much control they have, I don't know. I don't think.
Do you think Beyonce's part of it?
I don't think so. I think a lot of
I think
these
you
artists.
do.
No, I think a lot of these artists want us to think that they're part of it because we talk about them more. It gets them more publicity. It gets them more fame.
Maybe. We could be right there.
I think this is all like, you know, their publicist is like, hey, do this. Like I saw somebody said Drake was part of the Illuminati because he wore an owl sweater once. I'm like, people like owls. They're
Eminem
cute.
was looped in there too because he was staring off into space during an interview.
Right. And Rihanna. And like, I mean, I feel like they name every popular, you know.
So I just need to get rich before I can join.
Yeah, we're definitely not going to be in the Illuminati where you don't have power or money.
I cannot be.
But I could definitely see there being a secret society. Yeah.
I'm sure there's secret societies, yeah.
I mean, I know there's secret societies, but yes, I could still see the Illuminati being a thing.
Try to take over the world.
How much power they have, I don't know.
I wouldn't rule it out.
I don't think you're wrong.
Yeah, I wouldn't rule it out.
Well,
I mean, like we said, guys, this is a very, very, very brief overview of the Illuminati. There is a lot that you can read about them.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot you can read about these conspiracies. It's a lot. I got overwhelmed reading about it.
I know. I feel like it kind of just starts going off into other types of conspiracies too,
Right.
and they all somehow tie back into that. Like I said earlier, I think if you try hard enough, you can probably make anything fit into your narrative or what you want it to be.
I believe that.
I mean, I don't mean that to be rude or nasty, but like,
No.
just
Like
if you look hard enough, you can probably make things
right.
fit into what you want.
Like some of the conspiracies I can buy into. Am I buying into reptilians? No.
Lizards.
Could I buy into the assassination of JFK? Absolutely.
Yes.
So there's some that are.
I thought skinwalkers were also shapeshifters, and that's why I'm having a hard time determining between skinwalkers and lizard people.
Lizard people are basically aliens. Skinwalkers, they were cryptoids, right? Or they
You mean
aliens.
cryptids?
Cryptids, yep.
It just depends on who you ask. Some people think they might be aliens.
Okay. I don't know.
Maybe aliens are both skinwalkers and reptilian people.
There we go. Maybe the Men in Black are just really good at their job.
Maybe they are also lizard people.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they are. Some people think that some of the Men in Black are lizard people too.
They're aliens too.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for tuning into our group Illuminati episode. Hopefully you guys learned something. I think we all did here.
I definitely did.
I
think
did.
Everybody did a good job.
Thank you. All right, you can always find us at thetipsyghost.com with all of our socials from there, or email us at thetipsyghost@gmail.com, and we will love to read your stories.
Please give us a 5-star rating and a great review on Apple Podcasts. We would greatly appreciate it.
Thanks so much for tuning in this week, guys. We will catch you guys next week.
Okay, bye.
Bye.